Happy Monday, everyone. Can you believe we got our first snowfall here at the Wildcat Sanctuary? We were hoping the snow didn't make its way here, but it did. We didn't have much to say about it. So, as you know, the big cats love it, and I figured we'd take a walk today to see how some of the little cats and the little bobcats are doing. Over here you can see the Animal Care Center. I'm at the back of the Animal Care Center. But we'll take a tour around Wildcat Pines. Now some cats already have full bellies and might be indoors. So we might have to sneak a peek inside and see who's inside. I hope everyone had a good weekend. We had a busy weekend here as always. As I walk around Pines, I see Sarge. Let's see if I can see him over here. Sarge, the bobcat who came from California. I'm going to sneak under the fence here for you. So you can see he camouflages so well, especially with the snow. And that is Mr. Sarge. And right next to him, you'll see on the left, is Glenn the bobcat. As you remember, Judson did the long journey to California to get these two to their forever home here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And Glenn is much more apprehensive of people than Sarge on the right. But these two hanging out together are reminding us that it's still give to the max, where your gifts are doubled. So thank you to everybody who's given so far. We appreciate it. We are kind of inching towards that goal, our goal of 4 months of operating. As you can imagine, winter costs here are pretty expensive with heating all the indoor buildings. But these two bobcats right now don't mind the 45-degree temperatures and the melting snow. We'll see as Sarge just starts grooming himself. And then we're going to go over and see if we can see Archer and Copper next. But Glenn will not take his eyes off of us. But Mr. Sarge there doesn't seem to mind to stop for a groom. Alrighty, I can see Copper is already coming up to say hi. So as part of our COVID protocol, I am wearing both an N95 mask and a plastic face shield. As you've watched in the news, so many more zoos have talked about their big cats getting COVID, including smaller cats like bobcats and fishing cats, and we want to make sure we keep our animals as safe as possible at all times. Where'd you go, Mr. Archer? So this is Copper right here. We'll walk down. Come here, handsome. So a lot of people think all bobcats look alike, and I think we're one of a few sanctuaries that have over 20 bobcats. A lot of sanctuaries have a couple here and there. We are, I think, at 23 or 24 bobcats right now. And even though from a distance they might look similar, there are no two the same. Their personalities are distinctly different. Copper here loves to rub the fence and purr, where his little counterpart Archer is kind of walking along the wall. You can see he's got a little muddy there just from the snow, but Archer is trotting along. His little tail's going up, and Archer's darker in color. So I know out of our 20-some bobcats, do each of you have a favorite bobcat? I'd love to hear the names. I know there's many sponsor parents out there too. So we're kind of at the back of Wildcat Pines now. We keep our Shire cats back here. I know some people have asked who's my favorite, but I think most of you know. I can't really say I have a favorite, but there are some that make deeper paw prints in your heart. And baby Jenga's just been with me, one of the longest bobcats here now. So of course, he's near and dear to my heart. Let's go see. Well, we can see Copper followed us all the way over here. And I know if I go too close to the fence, he'll come right over to say hello. So I'm trying to stay away. Baby Jenga Laura says, ugh, snow. I know we're not ready for it, but the Bobcats love it. What do you smell there? Something good on the ground? So we'll go see what Essie and Luna and those guys might be doing. Sometimes they're easy to see, and other times their camouflage this time of year makes it hard for them to find in their habitats. See if Essie, she might actually, oh, look it, I was looking for you, and look at who's already spotted me. This is beautiful Essie. She's already right up at the fence, hoping I say hello. And as you can imagine, having the seasons like we do in Minnesota, from spring, summer, fall, and winter, it is like running at least 2 different facilities here. In the summer, they put up shade cloth on the top of the enclosures. They actually add fans to all the bungalows. Where'd Essie go? She must have went around her habitat. And then in the winter, they take down all those shade cloths. They put up extension cords for heated water buckets. They take out the fans in the bungalow buildings and then replace them with, somebody's chasing me, replace them with heaters. And so somebody has the zoomies today. It's fun to have the zoomies in the snow when you're a bobcat, isn't it? Miss Essie is definitely filling out as she gets older. And if you remember Essie, sadly, we got a call from somebody that purchased her as a pet here in Minnesota. She was a lot of fun, they thought, as a kitten, but as she grew, wow, it has been a tree climbing type of day. Essie went all the way up to. Be careful, that branch is pretty flimsy. She is showing off for all of you. So Essie, what she's doing is I try to talk about somebody trying to keep her as a domestic pet, and she is proving that she is 100% bobcat. She went right up her tree, and sadly she is declawed from her previous owner, but that doesn't stop her from being the bobcat she is. And then they ended up confining her to a room in the house that had kind of a wood, smaller room built inside of it. There was a little platform and a teeny window, but really nothing for this girl to do. And luckily the family reached out and asked if we could come take Essie through our Tiger Amnesty program, where we try not to vilify anybody. And when people decide to make the right decision for the animals, we want to celebrate that. We want to say thank you for allowing Essie to come here and be the bobcat that she is. Trying to get a good shot at her, but she's just deciding to chew all of her branches. Essie, you're going to take branch by branch down, aren't you? So when I've been walking around, so many of the cats have been just really playing and really stir crazy in a good way, meaning they're just excited about the cooler temps. They're excited about the snow. And Essie, you are pretending, you're channeling Dash the tiger cub there by destroying every stick and biting it and then spitting it to the ground. Seeing if I could get a good shot of her through the fence, but I don't think I can. So if you're looking, she went all the way up her tree there. All the way. That's why she's in a roofed enclosure. Well, we can go see if her counterparts over here are out. Why Essie spends, look at how well she camouflages right into that tree. So over here we have Autumn, Belvedere, and Francis, and I think they're already watching the antics of Miss Essie from across the way. We have Belvedere right up front here. Excuse me, this is Francis, not Belvedere. And how you can tell them apart is Francis is more brown. Belvedere has more gray and black. And Autumn is similar to the color of Belvedere, but doesn't have the spot pattern. So this is Francis. And you can see even in Francis's habitat, he has kind of all those skywalks and trees as well as a roof. So if you're just joining us, we're the Wildcat Sanctuary. We are kind of showing you the Wildcat Pines area, kind of featuring some of our bobcats. We're just 3 days away from Give to the Max Day, our biggest giving day of the year. We are so excited. All your gifts now are matched by generous donors. Anybody that gives $100 or more receives Tarek's photo card and thank you paw print. And everybody that donates during Give to the Max gets entered into a drawing for a caretaker experience where you get to shadow a caretaker. How amazing is that? And so thank you for everybody that donated and is going to continue to donate. 3 days towards Give to the Max Day, when we have a whole day of live posts bringing you behind the scenes of the sanctuaries, interviews with our favorite caretakers and vet team. Definitely something you'll want to tune in for. All right, Mr. Francis, we're going to walk around and see if we see any of Belvedere or Autumn outside today. So a lot of people ask, why do bobcats look so different and range so different in size? Well, if you think of, they have a really wide geographic range around the U.S. So a lot of their characteristics blend in with where they were born or would be born. Sadly, once we breed them in captivity, like the fur farm cats like baby Jenga, then they're much bigger, more spot pattern because they were here to be pelted in the U.S. before they were rescued. But Sky and Celine are from Arizona. You can see they were smaller, lighter color to blend in with the sand of Arizona, where the bobcats that come to us from colder states are usually larger, have a little more white on them. As soon as I walked over here, you guys went over there. I'll come back. Yeah, so we're hoping this first things of snow melts here. We still have cleanup to do before winter hits. There's some beautiful bobs. So we have Francis here on the left and his brother Belvedere on the right. I don't see Autumn in my sight right now. He might be indoors on his hammock. And so now together you can see Francis on the left, who's more brown, than Belvedere, who has a more kind of charcoal, darker pattern to him. But otherwise, they're very similar in nature. Just taking the skywalk, going for a walk with the skywalk. All right, so let's go see a few more bobs. Let's see if we can find Enzo and Athena. They seem to have a lot of snow in their habitat. So this is little Miss Girl Athena I see sitting right here. I won't go up to the fence because she'll come over and say hello in a bobcat way. But if I walk far enough away, then I can get her. And Athena is one of our older girls, but she lives with younger boy Enzo. I hear the lions in the background doing their roaring session. We're going to go over and see if Benson the bobcat will say hello. So if you're just joining us, we're taking a tour of Wildcat Pines today. It's our kind of roofed enclosure area for bobcats as well as Ava and the Peppers. And we kind of look at this as a transition area in most cases for cats that are climbers and need to be covered tops. So we give them much more vertical space. We had our first snowfall this weekend. Luckily, we still have a little bit of ice on the ponds, but not solid ice yet. And I'm being stalked by beautiful Benson in the corner of his habitat. Let's see if he'll follow us. Oh, somebody wants to play. I see that little tail. Hi, Benson. Benson's seeing if I have some food. And then what Benson's favorite thing to do is rub and purr, rub and purr. He definitely, everybody thinks he's the sweetest, but I say he's the most strategic. He actually likes to try and get people closer so that he can reach out and grab to see if people have anything. So we keep our distance, safe distance with Mr. Benson here. But we send him all of our love, just emotionally, not physically. And he lives with Claude. Claude usually kind of hangs back unless it's feeding time. Definitely still have some brown. Luckily, not everything's covered by snow. We're really hoping that the snow actually melts and we get a little bit more time. I can see some green grass showing through. So we're going to go see Sky and Celine real quick. See if they're out. And then I wanted to take you today through the new intern house. As many of you know, we purchased a new house for more interns. I just couldn't make the schedule work to be on site and then drive there in time for the live post. Where are you going? Do you want me to follow you inside? Where are you going? I think she's saying I'm going to go in to my holding yard and then into my heated building because I'm demonstrating everything here. So this is Celine. I don't know where her sister Sky is. Hi, beautiful. And you can see she's demonstrating, walking right by her door to her building. The cats have access to come in and outside anytime they want. They can go into their temperature controlled quarters. They can stay outside. The only time cats are ever shifted away are when caretakers are in close proximity cleaning, and they'll shift the animals in or out based on where they're cleaning. All right. So how many of you are going to be tuning in on Thursday for our whole day of live posts? I know this is a day many people look forward to. They get to talk to caretakers and part of the team they don't get to see all the time. So we'll be doing interviews with them, and you'll get to see so many of your favorite cats. Now, I didn't see Mondovi and Aria outside, and they're perfectly fitted for the winter, but they might be inside on their hammock. So our goal is that we get so many of you watching. Great. Deborah says she'll be tuned in. So it's so awesome that so many will be. Rianne's going to be tuned in too. Holly's going to do her best. I know we'll make sure that the live post day on Thursday, November 18th, is definitely posted and recorded so you can come back and watch it. But Thursday, it'll start at 7 a.m. with Judson coming in, driving all the way from the sanctuary, and it will end at 7 or 8 p.m. So you're going to get to see, you know, almost a full day here at the sanctuary, since we are a 24/7, 365-day operation. And so thank you for hanging out with me today at Wildcat Pines. We appreciate all the Bobcats saying hello. We're going into their favorite time of the year. Not so much so for most of us humans who would prefer it warm all year round. So thank you again for everybody who's tuned in over the last few weeks for Give to the Max. We have 3 days left where your gifts will be matched dollar for dollar. So 100 becomes 200. It's a great time to give. And a $100 gift or more gets you that Tarek paw print, as well as his photo card. And I love seeing on the group pages people posting their collections of paw prints. They've had daisies and shanties over the year, and even mohan. Just to see people who've been with us for so long supporting the cats and the work we do means so very much. So thank you all, and have a great rest of your day.